Previously on Survivor Grand Rapids. 20 castaways started our 6th season and quickly learned this was a game like never before. After stepping onto the mats, they found out that they would be playing with a pre-assigned partner in the game. Once in their tribes, they were then tasked with voting someone out immediately. Vengeance piled votes onto Fresh Meat returnee Zoe, while Vendetta scattered their votes, resulting in Chase receiving the most with 3. However, they were not out of the game yet and discovered that they would be the first castaways to explore Exile Island's secrets. While they were away, Tyler started forming his Grand Rapids alliance with Josh and Eli. Meanwhile, at Vendetta, Grace and Adrian formed a solid bond from the start. However, Drew was onto them. At Exile, Zoe and Chase found clues to hidden immunity idols that came with a twist. The idols could only be activated if exchanged with someone on the other tribe. Upon returning to camp, Zoe quickly found hers, but Chase was not able to find time to search. At the challenge, Carrie got stuck at the lock, and Vengeance continued their winning streak, sending Vendetta to Tribal Council. Back at camp, Allie pitched Chase after hearing a rumor from outside the game he didn't want to be there, and despite Chase denying these claims, it spread. But there was still hesitancy to vote him out, and Grace and Adrian hatched a plan to blindside the Survivor superfan, Drew, before he could make his move on them. However, the plan did not come to fruition, as Chase had too many people already voting for him, and he was voted out almost unanimously, with a stray vote being cast for Grace. 19 are left. Who will be eliminated next?
So we just voted Chase out, and I honestly feel really bad about that. I did vote for him, but I kind of just wanted to stick with the group. I honestly am surprised that there were 2 votes not on Chase, so that obviously means Chase and one other person didn't vote with the majority of the group. So I'm wondering if we'll kind of figure out who that person was, or if people will maybe lie.
I assumed his was the one for you, like when it first came out, and then the Grace one came out, and I went, ooh.
Well, that was easy. My plan going into this tribal was to not throw out a name and to let other people throw out names. It did. I spread that name very quickly. I knocked off one of my 3 targets. I have Chase down. I have 2 more to go, those being Grace and Hannah.
They didn't even read my vote. I had like a frown with like a tear.
I threw a vote on Grace just in case Chase were to play an idol. So, I'm throwing a vote because I love making people paranoid for no reason. We love quiet chaos. Let's see what happens after tribal.
I mean, yeah.
Know who else?
I mean, we were just saying like he could have won like an extra vote as an thing.
But why would he do?
But why do you do 2 people?
There have been a lot of theories thrown about. I don't believe anybody suspects me, but I find it hilarious that people were like kind of freaking out about it.
How many votes were red? Anybody? There were 5 red for Chase, and then the 2 other ones. So 7 out of 10 were red. So we did pretty good. Yeah.
Drew just gave a couple defenses of himself, kind of out of the blue.
Did you vote for yourself?
No, I didn't.
With an evil face.
That's sad.
Yeah.
It's so dang.
Weird.
He said, oh, he didn't read my vote because my vote had a frown face with a tear on it. So it's like, no one else is saying that they didn't read your vote, let alone saying what kind of face they put on it to prove that they didn't put an evil face. Like,
So my name was written down at tribal with an evil smile. Yeah, you guys didn't hear my name at all?
No. I think somebody was like, I assume trying to like soak
Somebody
it off,
somebody
but-
either was trying to start the pot or he got 2 votes, like from exile. But why would he do 2 different people?
Oh yeah. I feel like James was written from Chase.
I assume he voted James.
Yeah, when the James one came out, a lot of
That's
people
what
got
I
it.
thought.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. So, top suspect for me is probably Drew.
Oh well.
We're here.
Such is life.
We're here.
I feel like Drew thought that was too boring. I felt like maybe Drew wanted to stir the pot a little bit or something.
I was like super paranoid because just like being not socially connected to people prior to the game.
I'm a little scared, I'm a little flattered.
Great, so what the heck?
Yeah, what the hell? You know what I'm starting to think it might be though? I think someone may have like felt bad for Chase and wanted to lessen the blow, but then I'm like, the evil face is weird.
This is weird.
Okay, the evil face probably means that they're trying to stir the pot. So me and Grace threw Drew's name out, but it was just too late to bring in Drew's name, and then everyone was gonna hate us, and then Chase wasn't defending himself.
What do you think? Okay, you have a...
Drew is trying to
that's what I
defend himself. He's just like, what happened? Like, you know, he's just like,
You think it's Drew's turn to that?
yeah, I think so.
I could see that.
I had a plan to blindside Drew actually in the first vote, and I'm a little sad that I didn't go through with that because I think having Chase here would be better for my game.
He's like, oh, what happened? And then he started following you, and I was like, oh.
No, deadass, I was like, red. It's been red. This will not impact my strategy at all going forward. I feel like I'm already building relationships with people that it's not gonna matter if my name gets written down once or twice. Damn, I guess we should have blindsided him. No, I don't know.
We did talk about it.
No, I know.
But we also don't know.
No,
but
and
it
I know,
seems-
and I feel bad. Like, he probably didn't.
Yeah, who knows who it was?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, hopefully they confess or something.
Yeah, one of my biggest fears was being the first person out, and now that can't happen. So I'm like,
You're like,
it's all right now.
So we won the very first immunity challenge. Very exciting for Team Yellow. None of us will be the first going home, so one of my biggest nerves is gone now.
There's 10 of them, so logically we're all gonna be at least top 10. We're gonna knock all of them out.
Yeah.
Sam, I like the way you think.
There hasn't been any like intentional game talk. We've all been as a group, and there has not been like people really going off and separating. I could see a little bit of like Grand Rapids people versus not Grand Rapids people, and that kind of being the way that the lines are set.
I don't know if there's an idol in that last challenge.
Maybe Chase didn't like share anything.
Maybe, I don't know. Green Tribe lost that last challenge. If I had to guess who was gonna be voted off, I would say Chase. They were like surprised when you said you
I feel bad that I mentioned that, but like whatever.
At the last challenge, Zoe shared that she gave us information, and the entirety of the Green Tribe seemed shocked.
I feel like I got so much information. Yeah.
Because like almost everyone gasped.
Yeah, I know.
They did?
Yeah,
Instantaneous, yeah.
And they're like, what? Yeah. I don't know if that means that he didn't tell them anything, but it looks like he may be on the hot seat. They don't seem as like close as we do though. I feel like also winning like helps.
I think a positive with winning is our create cohesiveness, but then when we lose, it'll be really hard for us to figure out.
Oh yeah.
Shoot, who do we actually want to?
I don't want to like start like canoodling yet or looking for idols because like I don't want to think about that aspect of the game yet. No lines have been drawn yet, and I don't really see a reason for there to be lines drawn yet because we're winning.
I'm so confused about the idols.
I don't even like want to look because like, I don't want to like start like.
That Luke guy, yeah, he's like obsessed with idols. We're coming off of a high of winning, which I think is really great, and I don't want to lose, but I feel like it's going to be really hard for our team to kind of like figure out who to vote out. I don't know who they're going to vote out. That's going to be really sad.
Yeah, I want to see them.
It's almost like we need to lose in order to figure out like, okay, how our team operates. Everyone in our tribe is making really good connections and we're all getting along so well. Haven't decided who would be someone that I fully trust yet. And I think it's gonna be difficult to find the person that I trust. So just kind of playing nice right now and being on everyone's good side.
I just confirmed with Tyler, like I'm good with us. I haven't had a chance to talk to Eli alone. A lot of people have been bullying me, saying that they want to work with me, and I kind of don't know what to do. I just don't want to make it obvious that we're talking strategy.
I know.
If we keep winning, like I'm done talking about it, but I think
so you're good.
it was really quick. Josh pulled me and was like, me, Tyler, Josh, and Eli. I'm kind of down for that. Do you want to come over here? Let's go inside.
What are you hearing?
Yeah.
What's the buzz?
Dude, no one's talking about anything. Okay. I think I can trust McGingo. I love McGingo. Like, she's my friend, and I don't want to, like, turn my back on her. But you voted for me.
We're kind of like, no news is good news. I guess kind of just keep rolling. It definitely feels like there's a lot more game going on. I feel like everyone kind of like knows it, but it's just kind of there, but no one's really saying it.
I think it's good if we're just, like, together and, like, keeping morale
Yeah, we do
up.
everything together, which I kind of like.
For me, I feel like I've maybe committed to maybe a few too many people.
Eli approached me. He said he was interested in working with me.
About the possibility of us four. Tyler and I are kind of working together on like the down low. Eli approached me as well, looping Zoe in.
I'm not expanding it.
I talked to Samantha a little bit too. Things to keep in mind.
You didn't know that you were my top, and I'm down to roll.
So I've got this little thing going with Josh, and then I've kind of been connecting with Eli a little bit here too. When we were doing our first challenge, I noticed McGingo pulling Brooklyn aside and whispering something in her ear, and that's like a little scary for me, you know?
Oh, they're close. They're really close.
I just feel like there's starting to be some splintering in the tribe. Brooklyn and McGingo, they were kind of getting pretty chummy together. I know we haven't gone tribal yet or anything, but gotta be aware of the social cues. I am all in to working with you. I just need reassurance.
Yeah,
not that you're not. Me and Eli are on the same page for the most part. Just keep it like a hidden, like a DL, like we're all kind of just looking out for each other, right? Yeah. I look for you, you look for me, we look for Josh.
Right now, my strongest alliance would probably be Josh and then Tyler.
It's hard too, because like coming off of 2 wins, like we haven't really had. Oh, you guys are good.
I thought you guys were doing confessional, sorry. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Chatting.
I'm gonna try my best to steer clear of Josie. I think she's a very strong competitor, and she is way more calculated and thinking about this game than a lot of people on our tribe.
You guys watched season 5, right?
Yeah.
There is nothing here.
Yeah.
There is nothing by the house. It was only ever in sandbags or challenges.
If her name gets thrown out by someone other than me, I'll happily write it down.
We're giving off Blue Tribe vibes from last year.
Flexing on the haters. We won that first challenge for award, and now we just won immunity, and I think that we might be the new blue team from season 5 because, you know, front of the house, on the porch, yeah.
With the tire challenge, they came back from like a 3 to 1.
Yeah, somebody fell. Sad that the green team has to send somebody home, but it's what the game is. You gotta send people home. Peanut butter shot, anybody?
Peanut butter shot?
I'm gonna get some
I'm just ready for the next immunity challenge. I'm ready for yellow team to keep winning. I don't want anybody to go home yet.
It's in a tube!
We're kind of riding the high of the victories here, and it's helping us build these relationships and kind of like get closer.
I want that just for that. Hold on, let me cleanse my palate.
We're all like high spirits, talking about just having fun. Personally, I've gotten really close with Josie. Like, our physical combination has kind of been killer together. And McGingo and I really clicked. So I'm really happy that that was able to come from the last challenge too.
They did just send that.
And Eric. It's truly incredible to me how like everyone just comes together and makes this happen. He's taking time out of his Friday to do this. Like, that is absolutely incredible to me.
It still surprised me that it is Friday today.
I know. True. It doesn't feel like a Friday, but every time I think like, oh, work, I'm like,
It's
wait.
been like a Saturday.
I
Yeah.
work. Like I said, when I saw someone on
Hannah's safety, I think she's fine. I think she's proven that she's an asset. They need to kind of keep her around to help with the challenges. But again, it could just be all in my head. I don't know.
Sam, could I get a little
Yeah.
spray?
Us winning, like I feel like I'm almost getting like too confident. Whatever we have next, I have like the same great level of optimism.
Oh, right in the face. Don't breathe.
A little uneasy about my partner. Chase obviously sent to Exile Island early. I am nervous that like the one ally I have on the other tribe from the off, he might be in hot water right now. So I'd be watching with like bated breath to see how far he ends up.
Your arms? Okay. Back of your legs or no?
No.
Well, and I feel
I know, right? I feel like Chase wouldn't put Grace's name with like the face. Like, it doesn't seem like something he would do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that tribal council was tough for me because I was the one who threw Chase's name out there.
So I feel like probably Chase wrote James, but then for Grace,
I really wish I would have talked to him first because he said he did want to be here and he was excited about it. So now I'm feeling really bad.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that much, but it's like kind of.
I just want to know. Yeah, I want to know.
I know, I'm curious.
My knowledge of Survivor is mostly from when I played it on Roblox with my friends. I'm 18 and the youngest to play on this season, so I don't want it to be like, oh, she's the youngest and get out right away. Like, I want to stay in and prove that like I can do it, even though I'm the youngest. Like, I can do it just like everyone else. So.
Did you hear that?
No. I was like, what? I never heard your name hit wrong. I know.
And with the evil face too, I was like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
I think in the last vote, I worked a lot with Drew. I definitely need to start making some alliances because right now I really don't have like a specific group.
But no, I don't think Chase would make that evil face. That's why I'm thinking maybe someone else here wrote Grace's name down.
I just have so many theories that are like probably no.
Well, what are your theories? I'm here.
What if he got to pick someone like at Exile Island to receive an extra vote, and so a production member wrote it or something? I don't know. These are just like I'm just trying to think.
The people I'm looking at on this tribe as potential threats moving forward are Grace and Hannah, because I think that those two are the most socially adept players, other than myself, of course.
He could have had an extra vote.
Yeah.
But like, why would you use it on two different people?
It's more important for me to be involved in the strategy talk and the canoodling, just because that's how I'm going to move forward.
I think the reasonable explanation is somebody was just trying to start a plot.
I think so.
So I just got to maintain my calm, find a group, which sounds easy, but it's not going to be, so we'll see what happens.
They're probably scalding hot and mush, but if anybody would like a little oatmeal bar.
Yes.
Tribal didn't go as I expected in the way that I fully expected it to be me. Just like the vibes of how people were sort of like running around pre-tribal, but everybody was honest with me. Everybody said Chase. Almost everybody voted Chase. There was like one stray vote. So do you guys have any idea what like the Grace vote in?
I don't know.
Do you?
Do we think anyone in specific would do that?
I don't
You know
want to
what
throw
I
a
mean?
name, but I do have a gut, but I don't want to put that on anyone.
Okay.
We had a couple theories as who it might be, but I'm nervous because I don't have like a great sense of who I can really rely on.
Drew said maybe he gave like a vote to a cast or a crew member. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Right now it's like dating. Playing the field, seeing who's interested, seeing if there's a connection, and going from there.
They're thinking that Drew every time somebody says it, it tries to defend himself.
What if he like won something on Exile where he gets to cast a vote like from Exile for someone and a production member wrote it?
Yeah. So he jumped really quick. They can make me read my mind.
The worst part is like, oh yeah, it's true.
I didn't even think about something like that. Yeah.
We are all kind of thinking it might have been Drew that put down Grace at last tribal, trying to stir the pot.
What if Zoe won the thing at Exile and her reward was that she got to cast a vote for someone?
I don't know why. I guess maybe he's just decided that he wanted to have a chaotic gameplay.
And I think Grace thinks it's awesome.
We're just gonna assume we're a big happy family. For the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you have feelings, but
Oh, I'm not that worried about it. It was like one name and
That's just like my gut reaction was immediately. So it feels very validated with other people.
We can kind of keep that, in our back pocket. I want to spend some more time locking down a good alliance. So I've talked to a couple people kind of after that vote out.
Let's just throw like a random one to fuck with them.
So another thing that we just discussed is like Zoe won the Exile Island thing. What if because she won, she got to cast a vote for someone on our team to be read at the next tribal?
Drew's name has been thrown out because he wrote Grace's name with like the mad face. He hasn't admitted to it. No one has admitted to it actually, but everyone is speculating because of how he's trying to cover it up.
and Zoe would do that face just to like mess with people and like be a menace just for fun. But I don't know. You know her better than we do.
Hey Adrian, what is the tea?
Does it have chocolate in my teeth? And then he keeps bringing Zoe's name up actually and saying, oh, maybe it was the idol that she got or something that she got when she was in that island thing. I think she's smart enough not to use it so far. Like, we just started. I don't think she would use it. He even looked at me and said, is that something Zoe would do? And I was like, I don't know. I guess if you think so.
I'm just gonna lay back a little bit because the reason that I like got voted out first of the game that I played last year was because I think I was just talking a lot to a lot of people, and I felt like people got the impression that I was paranoid.
Oh, okay.
Which, I mean, I wasn't. I feel like me, James, and Adrian are really solid, and I may have talked myself into an alliance with them. I think probably my number one right now is James? I don't know. I'm gonna work on solidifying like a final two.
Yeah.
Like, literally, we got back to camp, and they're like, you're on shelter, you're on
Really?
fire, you need to start getting sticks.
That's
and like we
super
finished, and I was
old
like,
school.
can we sit down and like talk to each other and like figure out like jobs, where we're from? There has been brief mention of idols, of just like strolling around and seeing if we see anything, but honestly, because we've had to be so focused on tribal, I don't think anyone has been particularly adventurous in, you know, leaving the group to search, but could be anywhere.
I was bummed these interrupted our combo, like with Adrian and stuff. Yeah, I feel like I was like bummed I got pulled from that, but I think that we kind of said what we wanted to say.
Hannah, I voted for her in that initial vote out right at the crack of things. I got to clear the air a little bit more on that one. She voted me as well, so we can cancel that out, and who knows, maybe make something work.
I think Grace is awesome. Chase, he knew he was going to be voted out, and I'm talking to Adrian and James, and I was like vibing, drinks so up. Chase comes up out of the blue, and he goes, Hannah, can I talk to you for a second? And he knows that he's getting eliminated.
Yeah, so you haven't heard any other names, right? What?
I tried to throw a few out.
But that didn't work. So I had a clue that said that there was an idol hidden somewhere by our camp. Here, take this. It will help someone else on the other team.
He handed me a note, and he said to me, it will help someone from the other tribe.
You have to find that idol and give it to him.
Okay. And he knew that he was going to be out, so he wanted someone to have it, and he chose me, which Chase is a great friend, so I'm very thankful for that. It says, the tree overlooking the corn will be your guide. Venture near the crops, seek a pink gem. Lift it up and dig to find where I hide. Use me wisely and cause some mayhem. I would think this would be the tree above me, but I gotta find some time to look. And I feel like we could honestly like be like a powerhouse, to be honest. Yeah. James, I went from not really knowing him to us like being in a pretty good alliance. I think he's very strong, and like I think he's gonna play a good game.
So like, first of all, like to clear the air, like I literally, my reasoning was like,
yeah.
I was like, there's no reason to vote anybody.
No,
right now.
exactly.
And she's
yeah.
played before.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I totally get it.
Like that's the only thing that we know. I think Hannah wants to play hard, and I was kind of hoping to find someone else that wanted to play hard.
Like I was like, I don't even. It's no bad blood here.
And then I like Adrian, so we'll kind of stick together, each play hard, kind of be big targets together. But only time can solidify those bonds.
All right, come on in. We'll be looking at Vendetta.
Keep up.
Wait away. All right, Vengeance, getting your first look at the new Vendetta tribe. Chase, voted out at the last tribal council.
When I say Ven, you say Detta. Ven.
All right, thank you for that.
Now we're hyped.
All right, Sam, your partner has been the first person voted out of the game. How does that feel for you?
You know, it's like not good, but
All right, they did make their decision, and now, Zoe, I will take it back. Immunity is back up for grabs. Thank you, Zoe. For today's challenge, 1v1 or face off to crawl underneath the cargo net to retrieve a tire and bring it to the cone on your side. First person to touch their side of the cone gets a point. First tribe to 4 points wins immunity, safe from tribal council. Losers will be voting somebody out. You don't want that to be you. Hannah, be careful. Vengeance.
I can't believe you're doing this again.
We put in a net. Vengeance, you will be sitting one person out. Figure out who that's going to be. It has to be a boy. I'll give you guys a moment to strategize. Let's get to it.
I want us to have the best shot.
Don't army crawl, do more of like a that kind of thing.
Because of what happened last time, I'm worried about myself this time. I will see how this goes. I don't know, I'm a little bit anxious because of the tires.
All right, we have Adrian versus Tyler. Tyler choosing to go in the Blazer. You are playing for the first point, playing to 4. Survivors ready. I'll grab your glasses. Survivors ready? Go! Tyler gets stuck. Adrian. Tyler gets to the... Tyler scores first. All right. Vendetta put up a girl. Hannah is going. Josie is going. All right. Survivors ready? Go! Hannah and Josie going through. Josie making more progress. Hannah gets stuck in the net. Josie is running away with it. Josie gets to the tire first. Josie, clean sweep. Hannah's still stuck in the net.
The GoPro is the boat, okay?
All right. James, you are looking to get on the scoreboard. Eli, you are looking for point number 3.
Come on, Eli. Let's get that Eli.
Survivors ready? Go! James gets through. He gets kind of stuck. Eli is going. James chooses to crawl. They are relatively even right now. James is making his way out. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. We have our first one. James. Eli manages to get it. 3-0. All right, McGingo, you're playing for immunity. Allie, you are playing to stay in the game. Survivors ready? Go! McGingo gets stuck a little bit. She's wrapped up. Allie moves through. Allie goes through it. Allie makes it out first. She gets to the tire first. Allie touches. 1 for Vendetta. They are on the board. Vengeance still leads with 3. Vendetta, you guys are still in this. 1-3. Drew, you are playing to stay in the game. Luke, you are playing for immunity. Survivors ready? Go! Drew, moving his way through. It is very even right now. Drew and Luke. Drew gets stuck. Luke goes to the end. Luke touches the 10. Vengeance walks away, wins immunity. Vendetta, I will be seeing you again at Tribal Council.
It's a little rough.
All right, Vengeance, who wants it? Luke will be getting it. Vengeance, you will be safe at Tribal Council.
Welcome home.
Hannah, evident on your face that you are bummed.
I just don't like losing, but I think we gave it our all again. I mean, that was a tough challenge, and we'll keep fighting though. We'll win the next one. I'm not worried about it.
All right, well, Vendetta, you will be going to Tribal Council today. Vengeance, you have one important decision to make. You will be sending one person from the Vendetta tribe to Exile Island, and they will miss this Tribal Council. So make that decision as a group collectively. All right, McGingo, who are we picking?
We're picking Carrie.
Carrie will be going to Exile Island. Carrie, you'll be heading to Exile Island. You'll be missing your Vendetta Tribal Council. You'll be missing out on the strategizing, and you will be missing out on important moves going on in the game. So I hope you make your exile trip worth it. But you're going not alone. You're going to get to know your partner a little bit better. Josie, you will be heading to Exile Island along with Carrie. So you guys can head out that way. Grab your water bottles, and we'll see you soon. As you can see, this game is constantly changing. Vendetta, you will be at Tribal Council again with me today. Vengeance, I will see you at the next challenge at back to camp.
That challenge was miserable. I think at this point we kind of have to start looking at challenge abilities, and unfortunately that probably means John. But again, I can't push anybody. I just have to chill. We'll see what my alleged allies want to do, and we'll see what happens.
Enjoying Survivor Grand Rapids so far? Head on over to SurvivorGrandRapids.com, hit the fan favorite voting tab, click the link, and select your favorite player. You can vote for whoever you want as many times as you want.
Oh, get to it!
Voting closes the day of the finale. Enjoy the rest of the season.
It's bad blood out here, for sure.
Here's
Go. I need to kiss them.
Sure. Did it buy me dinner first?
I won the last 1v1, which it felt nice to contribute to the team. The other tribes seem pretty upset. So if we can keep the pressure on, it'll be great. For the future, we should talk if someone wants to go to exile. Let us know beforehand so we can pick their partner. What if Dom told us we had to send one person from the other tribe to Exile Island, and we sent Carrie. Unbeknownst to us, someone from our tribe had to go, and Carrie's partner had to go, which was Josie.
I don't think we're supposed to know.
Oh,
I mean, I think it's just
there's a few.
It's probably it'll be
in,
different this time.
That have an exile.
We're up 10 to 8 team members on the Green Tribe, so I think that's just going to keep paying off really well for us. I didn't participate in the last challenge, which I always get nervous not participating in them because I want it to feel like I'm pulling my weight.
I say if we win, I don't mind going.
It can be used to an advantage, but it has to be very strategically used to an advantage.
Like a guy like Drew, I think, could take advantage. I agree.
That is very fair.
Yeah, he was telling me yesterday all about his past Survivor
Yeah.
games. We did just lose Josie to Exile Island, but we did send Carrie to Exile Island just because she has so far to us seemed like one of the weaker players. So we are hoping that they're kind of forced to vote out one of their stronger players.
That's what he wants.
My brain is running a mile a minute right now, just trying to understand.
And we haven't even lost the challenge yet.
The Green Tribe is going to vote someone out, and right now, kind of trying to understand what happened with Chase and the whole clue thing, and I don't know.
And Chase obviously didn't play
I don't think he found
Zoe said at Exile, Chase may have given some information about the clue. I totally believe Zoe, but part of me feels like she may be withholding some information.
Either he got it, didn't use it, or he never got it.
There's no way he wouldn't have used it.
I obviously lied about what happened on Exile, and everyone believes me. I feel kind of bad about that, but Green Team vote out Chase. Now I can't give my idol to anyone. Or well, I could, but no one else really knows.
Everyone already default voted him once.
Yeah, that's true as well. So if he had it, he would have played it.
Oh, you're kind of right.
Yeah.
Because Chase never found it, from my understanding. He never gave it to me. So someone over there is going to have to find it. I really wanted it. But, oh my gosh. I'm stressed. I don't know what to even think.
What he told you was just that a challenge.
That might not even. We might be chasing a false.
Oh,
false
true.
clue. It's not
Are you telling us the truth? No.
I was highly considering giving my idol to Adrian because I'm worried about him. He was the first one to lose in the challenge for his team. But Harry and Josie, if they get the same information that there's an idol on camp, Josie's gonna know I was lying. Carrie is gonna find it and probably not give it to me because how would she know to give it to me? But they might not be that sneaky, so I might catch them and still know what's going on. Ah! My brain is in 100 different miles right now.
I am curious as to what you guys talked about in your huddle. Our thought process for you. I think they wanted me to go too. The partner twist was a little different. It was shocking. I kind of glanced at Dom and I was like, there's definitely some twist in the game there. And when he said exile, it just kind of pieced together. So I'm in a nice place. It's I could talk to you about stuff. I know. I had watched Survivor kind of ahead of time, just kind of getting the feel out of everything. And I know Exile Island is just it's a strategic way, but also if you go, your team can talk about you and you can get out that way. I think they're kind of hesitant with me right now. I think it's Juliana. I want to write my own story, but I get it. That's in the back of everybody's head. Even from your team.
I feel still kind of nervous, but also kind of relieved. I thought that my name for sure would be out there just because of the challenge. I mean, for Chase, when he went to Exile Island, the challenge was Zoe. And she won, and so she got something.
Zoe's not really one to lie. From watching her play before, I never noticed her to be somebody that was secretive. Being here with Carrie, I think that we were able to discuss things. If I win, great, there's a legacy. But if I don't, then at least I played, I really want to trust her. I really hope that she can trust me. Doesn't stab me in the back. I know bad blood is the name of the game, but I want to work with her. Gotcha. I'm gonna hold. If you trip or something, I got you. Thanks. Having someone on the other team and my team not knowing that and thinking that we have bad blood is the best way to go. I think that we have a good thing going, especially with Noah winning and Juliana winning. That's something that we can hold, and I really hope she doesn't go back and stab me in the back. Time to get to know each other and wait for Dom to arrive. All right.
anything else to share?
I think like I feel like I shared enough. Like I can't think of like anything else that's going on right now. But I feel like we could like definitely work together, especially with like having like Noah, my sister. I think we could totally work together.
I'm dating Noah, who is the Survivor Dearborn Season 1 winner. We've been dating for 3 years, and I'm excited to do something that he's been part of for so long.
The winner of Survivor Dearborn Season 1, Noah.
I think it'll bring us a lot closer because we'll have an experience that we can both relate to and have that as something that we'll look back on. It means a lot. I'm excited.
But we didn't know, like, the first person that went through, I kind of like was throwing it. But like when I went through, like, it got caught on me and I like panicked. So I like was like, it's Dawn!
Hello. How's Exile Island treating you?
It's hot! Dandy. I'm about to pour some water in my eyes. It's burning. I also have like a lot of water.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You guys have officially survived round number 2. This game is getting a lot tougher. As you can see, it's very hot, it is very humid. Exile Island is in the middle of nowhere. This is no joke. What did you think of my message?
I'm ready to see what you have in store for us.
Yeah, you guys are safe this round, but your partnership will be tested here at Exile Island. So, I'm going to give you guys these boards. You will be back to back at this table. You guys are going to test your relationship. We're going to play a game. What are the odds? Here's how this works. There are 3 potential rounds to this game. There are 2 answers that you can say. Hold or take. So this first round is for extra box of Rice Krispies, Gatorade, and a tarp for the night. You will decide if you want to hold it, you will decide if you want to take it. If both of you hold that round, we will go to the next one. If one of you takes it and the other one holds, the person who said take will then take that for their tribe. Both of you choose take, both of you lose your vote at the next tribal council that you attend. Make sense? Because then you're either going to hold it or you're going to take it. I'll let you guys make that decision. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Alright, so you both held. So we will go to the next round. So this next round, something a little more useful for you individually. An extra vote is up for grabs. Take a minute to decide if you want to do that. Alright, reveal. Both of you held. Alright, so finally, we have our last goodie that is up for grabs. An idol that is good for the next 2 tribal councils that you attend. So it's not good for 2 rounds, it's good for 2 tribal councils that you will be at.
Josie, when she held the first 2, I could tell she was a little bit like, on the conservative side there. But I really didn't want to lose a vote because I think that would definitely put me on the chopping block.
Alright, reveal.
But you get 1 shot at this, so I just decided to go for it for the 3rd one.
Alright, Carrie has chosen to take. Josie, you have chosen to hold. Josie, you're going back to camp empty-handed, but Carrie, you will be receiving this advantage. I will be heading back and doing tribal council. You still have time to spend with each other, so take this time, enjoy each other's company. I will let you know when we're ready for you.
I definitely do want to work with Josie. Like, I mean it when I say that I do want to work with her.
At first, when she said take, I was like, I'm gonna go tell them because I want to stab her in the back. But now that I'm like thinking more, Carrie is a trustworthy person, the more and more I thought about this team thing and like being here with her, I'm like, shoot, like I have somebody on the other team that I can work with, and that's great. I don't think that you're gonna be on the chopping block, but I really would not.
That's the thing is, too,
and I'm not gonna say
it. I don't anticipate being on the chopping block, but honestly, who knows? And if Josie is being honest, which I think she is, she wants to tell people we held every time. That's a good plan. And
if I say something about like how you have an idol, how does it even help? So I think I'm gonna tell my team when I get back about Exile. It was hold or take, and me and Carrie both saw those things as great things to have, but we're so early in the game that like we have time to find that stuff. I think the more quiet we explain this game when we say we held every single time. And I would say that too.
I agree.
Cool. Well, I think that's perfect. I like this little secret feeling.
I know.
I'm happy that this happened.
I know.
I'm a very loud person. I like to talk. I like to make plans, and I think this could definitely stab me in the back, making this plan with her. I'm leaning kind of more towards like a higher percentage of me trusting her, but if I got backstabbed, I definitely will take that back on her. make it worse. I'm trying to trust you, and I'm like, this is like,
No,
this is a
you
big
can.
thing. I know,
You
this is a
can.
big thing, and I'm like, you can trust me too.
It's really tough because I think it's good to have that in my back pocket, but definitely feels weird to have something that my team don't know about, and I just don't know if they're gonna believe me when I go back to camp. I am like so curious who they vote out. I'm really curious what's going on back at camp, you know, who they're gonna decide to vote out. I am worried that being gone in the next noodle session, that might make me a target for future rounds, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
It's a power play because if you win, like.
So that sucked. I think everybody's kind of in the same boat. Like, we're all just a little bit sick of losing, which I think is fair. However, that brings us to this vote. I'm very concerned, to be completely honest with you. Last tribal, my name came up, which I did not expect, and I feel like it got talked about a little bit too much for me to feel comfortable. God, how are you guys feeling?
How are you feeling? Somebody sent that hinky about it.
I know, and like, I was gonna ask you how you were
I feel a
feeling.
little uneasy.
Yeah, me too. That kind of sucks. I just don't want to be like fresh in anyone's mind, and that's what I'm really, really concerned about.
I don't think Chase would do the weird face. This doesn't seem like
Yeah.
something he would
I
do.
don't know.
And I don't think it's something from Exile. I think somebody's trying to play it hard. I personally am feeling a little self-conscious about, physical challenges. I'm, the least physically fit here. I'm feeling a little insecure about that. So I'm trying to be friends with as many people as I can. Because if people like you, they don't want to put your name down.
Do you guys have any ideas of who's maybe trying to stir a pot with your name, right?
Yeah, I
Okay,
feel like
you
I
guys,
do too.
Talk
You
a little
do?
bit about it. Or...
Drew.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was
Okay.
gonna say.
That was like my
gosh,
gut.
you guys.
And
I
then,
was
like,
gonna say.
I didn't
the way
know
he
if everyone was on the same
immediately-
page. And we actually came to a pretty quick consensus. John and also James were like, we're pretty sure it's Drew. So then the plan for Drew started. So I caught that vibe too.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I was being like insane or not. But
No, not at all. Because
Okay.
that was my
Yes, me too. I just feel
When
like
I
don't
saw that
trust him.
face.
Grace brought up the fact that she thinks Drew wrote down her name, and I could definitely see it.
Out of all the people here, I feel like he's the one that's kind of like.
I know.
trying to play the hardest.
I
Yes.
know for a fact that there's other people who do not trust him.
Okay, you do.
So
Drew kind of dug his own grave with trying to stir things up at the last tribal.
So I think it's good we're all on the same page with
I
that.
just think he knows too much about
I
the
do
game.
too.
I think he's plotting.
Kind of everyone's thinking that he's being a little suspicious, and you can't have a loose cannon like that,
Well, I was gonna say, like, who should we tell him?
Like we need to come out of this foursome
With a name,
Yeah.
the same name.
Tell everybody.
I got the vibe during the challenge that my name might be brought up by a certain someone, Drew. Which is fine. He doesn't think I'm good at challenges, which is fair.
It scares me so much, but I was gonna say, if you guys want to say it's
can
me.
leave early.
No, we
and
can't.
you guys can. I will. I
Oh my
trust you
God.
guys. I trust you guys. I told them that they can say my name to him, but I think the plan is true. I trust you guys, so I'll leave.
And you want
then
us
you
to
can-
say your name.
I mean, you can don't be like, "Yes, John."
Yeah.
I mean, we all came to the same consensus separately, which felt like a pretty clear sign.
And I'm only gonna say it if he's around. If there's anyone else, we're saying that we don't trust Drew.
Yeah. I may have either galaxy brain this or totally screwed myself, but I trust you guys.
Yeah, you should get
I'll,
with
like,
him
skimp
so you
around
can
over.
distract him, and then we'll talk to everyone else.
I'm probably going to be paranoid, but as soon as you feel like you're safe, that's probably a bad sign. I think it's for the best to always be scared so you can be on your toes and you can try and get ahead of things, constant vigilance.
Hey y'all.
I don't know either. We have to win challenges.
We obviously just lost our second immunity challenge in a row. I don't really know what the problem is. I feel like the challenges keep being close, but we're just not quite there.
Yeah, we have to win challenges at some point, and if we don't, we're gonna get into a situation with a merge or a swap, and they're just gonna pick us off. Yeah.
There isn't a weak link necessarily in the challenges, so I don't think it's easy to just point at someone and say, well, if we vote them out, we'll start winning more. Do you feel like there's someone who's do you have a mind? In mind, someone who's...
I do have a mind. Yeah.
Sorry, you have a mind. Do you have in mind, a person who has the harming us in challenges, or are you just
I don't
saying,
think
like, in general?
I genuinely don't think anyone has performed badly in any challenge.
Last vote was pretty unanimous, so I think that this vote could be different, could be the same. I don't really have any super strong alliances yet, but it's probably gonna have to start happening soon, especially with Carrie being gone. There's only 8 of us here, so it's not gonna take much to vote someone out.
I'm so mad my hair got caught in the net. So mad.
Oh, that was so last second.
I was so excited. Like, I was there. I pulled it up and it like folded over my hair, and I like pulled it back and.
Yeah.
First of all, cargo nets being under one is terrifying. I'm extremely claustrophobic, but when they put Luke up, what am I supposed to do? I feel like at some point we should form a group maybe of some kind. So y'all remember how I said that this round I wasn't going to do anything strategically and I was just going to sit back? Well, America, that was false. Definitely the 3 of you. I'm like, yes.
Be down. Yeah.
I put forward a suggested group to work together moving forward. Is there anybody else that you guys are like, yes, love them?
Along with all of them to be.
Yeah, I mean, we all get along.
Yeah.
I sensed a little bit of hesitation in the formation of that alliance, and I was like, if you guys aren't cool with that, like, that's fine. But they were like, oh no, this is fine.
Grace would be pretty good.
I agree. I really like Grace. Hannah and Grace, those are the 2 that I'm just like, I don't want to work with you. It just so happens that the people that I want to work with the other girls. I mean, I'm coming around on Hannah, but like, we'll see. I like James, yeah.
If we want to win challenges, like he's just like a strong person.
Oh yeah.
If we take out James and Grace of the equation, that leaves John and Allie. I like both of them a lot.
Yeah, no.
The people I'm looking at on this tribe is myself, James, Grace, Adrian, Aubrey, and Hannah, which is a 6 that I'm not like thrilled about, which leaves 3 people on the outside, and one of them is on Exile Island. I'm trying to play an honest game for now, but no, I'm not. I just voted for. Why did I say I was gonna play an honest game? I literally just voted for somebody for fun. Anyways, thanks, America. I have to cry. I have sunscreen in my eyes.
Hey.
What's the tea?
Who are you guys thinking?
Were you guys you? No.
I think our tribe is leaning towards Drew at this point because I think we all collectively don't trust him.
Did you guys have a name at all?
Well, yeah. Well, when John walked away, we did start talking about John just a little bit.
We think Drew is the one who played the Grace vote. Oh, yeah.
I'm okay with that. Like, if the group wants that, and like, there are definitely pros.
I said they can say my name to him. That's why I came over here.
He knows the game so well. He's gonna be flipping back and forth, I think, the whole time.
If we keep losing challenges, like not only do we keep having to do this, but we get to a swap or a merge and they're just gonna pick us off.
Yeah.
You're right.
We just figured he's probably the one who's like playing a little too fast, too furious.
Yeah, a
Tokyo
little like,
Drift.
sneaky already.
Rumor out there is that everyone's going for Drew. How we're blindsiding him.
But like the 4 of us plus Grace and Adrian as like a group.
Yeah. Drew was in on John. He was in over there on John. He was in on.
Yeah,
That's when I left.
He seemed like he wanted you out like that, and I was.
Which
We're telling everyone that we're voting for John, but I think we've all decided that we're gonna go for Drew.
It comes down to a point where you're not voting out people because like they're bad in challenges or they don't get along. It's just you're voting out non-allies at a point.
I was talking to Drew, Aubrey, and James, and Drew was like, we should either get John or Allie, and he was like going on to, and I was like, okay, like I really wanted to work with John, so I was kind of like, I didn't really want to, you know.
We haven't chatted yet. I've chatted with everybody else, so I just wanted to snag ya.
And then I talked to Grace, and they're like, no, everyone's going for Drew.
Do you know about like possibly Drew?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No? And apparently everyone's in on it, but people keep telling Drew that we're getting John.
But do you have numbers?
Yeah, we have numbers.
Everybody's
on.
Are you freaking kidding me?
We can double
It's a
check.
coup.
I really like Drew. I think he's just very strategic and almost a threat in that way, but I think he's like such a nice guy. I am bummed. I'm just getting filled in on a secret plan.
unless I'm being lied to and unless I screwed myself by volunteering for tribute for the Hunger Games, the plan is true. But I mean, my name's going to be up there regardless, so it's just a matter of how many times it's up there.
Has he approached any of you guys?
He approached me. He did not approach me.
Not me.
Now I'm hearing that Drew wanted to make an alliance with everyone but me and John. we're all gonna get backstabbed from him at some point if he stays in. So I think this is probably the best. Like, it's just rude. Like, I get like having alliances with like 2 or 3 people, but everyone except 2 people just seems wrong. And I'm glad to hear that like my tribe also agrees and like they're not falling for Drew saying to get me and John off.
I do feel bad though because he flew here and like. But that's the nature of the game, I guess.
I was telling you about this last time we played. We never voted him out first because he was like trying to do too much stuff.
Oh.
So it's like, if you're not gonna learn, just a little bit.
Damn.
I'm kind of glad that Drew kind of dug his own grave. It's always easier to do a group consensus vote. That way you don't have to like start tearing people apart, drawing alliances.
I was like fully expecting to come in here like not dislike, but like not click with like half the cast, and like I'm like I actually like it.
I know. I feel
it's kind of problematic. I think I'm probably in like towards the middle of the tribe socially. So I think John will probably vote for Allie because I think Allie was the other name that was kind of thrown out there, and I feel okay. I'm also crying because there's sunscreen in my eyes. I'm not upset. I find joy in voting these people out.
Let's do it. Alright, Vendetta Tribe, welcome to your second tribal council. Grace, is this how you thought your Survivor experience would go? 3 challenges in a row you have lost.
You know, Dom, Survivor gives you the experience that you need to have. Yeah, it sucks that we keep losing, but ultimately it's a super good experience and we're getting a lot out of this.
Yeah. Hannah, that was a rough challenge all around. You're overall looking for redemption in the game. I wouldn't say you entirely got redemption over a tire.
I saw those tires and I was like, it's you or me, buddy. And didn't get to do that. But my back's intact and that's the important thing. So we're moving forward.
Your back is intact.
Yep.
All right. Allie, you mentioned at our last tribal council that there's names thrown out, and Chase did receive a majority of the votes. Is that the same vibe coming into this tribal council?
There's definitely, I think, been a more abundance of names thrown around than last time because I think people are getting closer with certain people, so we're kind of having different relationships. But I definitely know who I'm gonna do. I'm not sure about everyone else. There's a lot going into this one that wasn't there before.
I have not known any of these people prior to today, but I've talked to everyone. Everyone else has talked to everyone. So it's kind of hard to judge, like, is there a pre-existing relationship here, number 1, and number 2, is that actually affecting the game or not?
Adrian, how have you been navigating these relationships?
I've just been trying to make as many friendships as I can, I guess. So I'm just gonna try to, meet and talk and socialize with as many people as I can.
It's still early for there to be really obvious alliances, but I think today's vote is a little bit less unanimous than last time, so alliances might start to become stronger based on who votes what.
So, James, the vibe that I have gotten is everybody still kind of seems on edge, but this is also seems like one of the most chill tribal councils that I have had when it sounds like multiple names have been thrown out.
I was one of the names that was read last tribal, so sure we can say that was Chase and kind of forget about it, but it's always going to be in the back of your head, like that could have been someone here. Everybody has got a name, everyone has got a group that they think are going with that name, and everyone probably feels comfortable that they're on the right side of the vote.
Grace, your name was also brought up at the last tribal council, along with James, along with Chase, who is no longer with us.
I think James said it best. It's uneasy. Don't love it. It's not very comforting to know that somebody's willing to put your name out there, and then it's just kind of out there for everybody to grab at.
Well, we will see who gets grabbed at today.
God.
Grace, you're up.
Sorry, Drew.
Either I outplayed you or I galaxy brained it and outplayed myself. So either way, no hard feelings.
He went behind my back, so sorry, but gotta do it.
Sorry, bud. We just gotta win challenges.
Okay. Let's tally the votes. Alright, if anybody has a hidden immunity item and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. A person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, John. 1 vote John. Drew. 1 vote John. 1 vote Drew. Drew. 2 votes Drew. Drew. 3 votes Drew. Drew. Second person voted out of Survivor Grand Rapids, Bad Blood, Drew. That'll do it. Drew, you came out swinging, but your tribe has spoken. Head out. Well, it looks like you guys are all on the same page for that vote, but your losing streak has yet to be broken. Head back to camp, figure out what's going to happen at this next challenge. Carrie will be returning shortly. See you soon. Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode. Next time on Survivor Grand Rapids. Vendetta plans for a win.
We gotta fight, we gotta win.
Josie returns from exile to vengeance.
Didn't trust her before she left, and now I definitely don't.
And the castaways get a little wet.
So I'm not surprised. I said at Tribal that pre-game relationships were coming into play a lot, and they were. And I just didn't have the social connection. I mean, yeah, I think I slightly overplayed probably.
Do you think caught on to you the fact that you wrote down Grace's name and tried to stir things up? You don't know?
I didn't know anybody had.
Sorry, man, but you dug your own grave.
Am I bitter? Right now, yes. Eventually, we'll see. I'm interested to see how the season plays out, to see if these people are actually going to step up and start playing or not.